Hello and welcome back to Kevin's Resilient Demi Plays Disco Elysium. Gotta say, been putting some thought into my username, Kevin's Resilient Demi. I am beyond sick of the word resilient. I really want to get it out of there. Rename myself something, say, think of something less cringe. Because I really don't like the concept of dignifying suffering as opposed to just fighting it and finding a solution. Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether I want to say it's because there's an identity formation aspect that comes with trying to find a purpose or a silver lining in suffering, but I don't think it is that complicated. I think it's literally just you don't want to in any way see value to a suffering when there really isn't one. And my channel, I designed it to, well, I guess the primary thought was to provide comfort to those suffering similarly diagnosed with ME, and maybe some morale, so just to keep fighting, find a way to fix it, which mostly in this case means investigate alternatives. Because I honestly, ME is just a syndrome, which just means it's a confirmation you have certain symptoms. Like, the problem is a lot of doctors say, well, it's an untreatable illness, so we can't do anything for you. We're not going to provide you any further diagnostics or help, but you're just confirming symptoms. So if you don't know what caused it, you can't say it's not treatable. I mean, it's literally just an excuse, a label that disqualifies you from getting medical care, an excuse not to keep investigating to find a solvable problem. That's what I really just hate about it. I mean, I honestly, I don't. I honestly, I don't think I could say I consider myself someone with ME/CFS. And realistically, I mean, there's 4 different diagnostic criteria guidelines out there. I do only meet one of the 4, so, or I'm only diagnosable using one of the 4. Not thinking of the right word. One of the 4 guidelines. I'm not using the right vocab today. But basically, I have cognitive issues that are triggered by movement and exertion, and that's what got me the diagnosis. Where an ME diagnosis really is supposed to be reliant on some level of like full body aches, flu-like symptoms, a whole list of things that don't describe me whatsoever. And we're now figuring out the cause for my symptoms is due to birth defects in my neck that need surgical support. I mean, this diagnosis has just been discrimination fuel. It's prevented me from being taken seriously or getting medical care. Not that it's easy to get anyway with cervical spine issues. So mouse is pissing me off already. Probably only going to be recording as much today as I can tolerate with the mouse. I have determined that the charge cord I was using is past tense, so that's one fault, but the mouse cursor just keeps getting like stuck. Like I'm doing a circle on the screen, and of course it's working for this. So that's a bad example, but I don't know, it feels like the cursor is just getting hung up on things when the physical mouse isn't. Ooh. Yeah, I got another mouse here I'm gonna use to figure out if this is a problem of the surface I'm using the mice on, or if the mouse itself's actually failing, because I don't want to be purchasing things I don't need to purchase. Or worse, waiting around for a couple days and then getting some and it not being a solution. So. But the other mouse is not charged, so thought I'd have it available for this recording, but no. So yeah, we see how it goes, but I need to think and talk further about how I relate to illness and so on. Because that's one thing that really screws you over with doctors. If they say you're relating to your illness too much, then they literally will tell you manifested it through thinking about illness. Which is just, I mean, that's just an excuse not to treat. I don't know if they actually believe in New Age spirituality of manifestation and law of attraction. I think they're just using that as a vessel to deny care, rather than as being an accurate belief of medical professionals. But there is a point where you don't want to identify with the illness any more than is necessary to, care for yourself and work on solving it. No, the original point I was making is not to dignify it, not to look for purpose in the suffering. Because if you start doing that, then anytime you're, in life, you feel you're without purpose, or you need to learn something critical to how life works, you're going to seek out suffering. You don't want to build an affinity for suffering. That's my original point. You don't need to be living in dignity when you're in an undignified situation either. The discomfort of being undignified helps you just solve it. Yeah. Alright, let's play the game though. It's a partially made point, perhaps.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
Dumb light.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Nice sock. Look at that uneven pant leg cheek going.
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later, on your own terms.
Can you? Sure. I'm not sure there's an advantage to coming back on your own terms, but whatever. We were gonna go to the mirror. Try to get rid of that expression. That was our priority. One other thing I intend to talk about in this episode is the religion point again. I think it'll probably come up naturally. We'll find a way back to that church, but I think the whole is religion a drug? I think the primary point I'm going to make when I talk about it is that it's more complex than a yes or no. Religion on its own is part of a complete breakfast. And if you just stick into the part, then yeah, it is just basically like a drug.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Hmm. Yeah, this mouse. Drive me up the wall. But yeah, I think there's an interesting argument that if you're not engaging with things in full, you're fixating on one facet of them.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Then
in it, your face.
That's an addiction-like behavior.
Expression.
No, we're not going to be able to do that anyway. To be taking this, direct as we can. More likely to succeed than not.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
What a waste. Drinking before 8 in the morning, don't even get what we doing, Failed. Like that actually did work this time. I just can't unnecessarily take another one. Stupid mouse cursor. I really hope this is just a mouse problem though, because if it is the surface, I don't know what I could even do about that. I tried using a paper towel as a mouse pad and it just didn't work whatsoever, so I guess the only thing I could do is just get a mouse pad, but I mean the bedsheet's been perfect for so long.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Not the prophet shit again.
He didn't answer your question.
No. Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one.
You're not shitting me, Millen. I can smell it all the way here. The whole town stinks.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. And that might cramp it, you see? Helping you. I don't know. Why are you?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow, bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses felt calming, like you've done it before. You know what? It must be because he's buff. He looks like he works out, like he's got the devil on his back.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Yeah, now that we got a morning dose of failure under our belt, now we can talk to these dudes.
The palm tree livery should be, like, pastel green. Fucking tropic shit.
I can see it. Bright as day. Oh, if we were skulls right now. I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and on the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
These skull people are more than an authority. They're deities.
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertnay.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal. No.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
Odd. There isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation.
Hey, is this going to end up tying into my rambling from the couple minutes ago? Over-identifying with, well, not about over-identifying at all, actually, about finding value in suffering. It could become an identity. You know, your identity, if it becomes something you prioritize and value as like a teacher or a mentor. You know, if you sell yourself that you're benefiting from suffering. Honestly, I think it all just goes back to the fact people really hate to accept that they've lost or wasted time without gaining anything out of it. In fact, suffering just makes you weaker generally. It's the reality. You wasted time and you knocked yourself down. Or were knocked down. It depends on the cause of it. But people don't like to admit that they lost. It's very simple. And there is in our culture, there is a moral obligation to find silver linings and positivity and everything, which is just terrible. It stops people from identifying things that are bad and fixing it and staying away from it. Whatever you need to do to actually get real good.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
What is wrong with you? Now you're just empowering these punks.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
Nah, this really isn't about suffering per se. It's more about the self-erasure. Basically, it does tie back to the religion thing. Alright, maybe I'm gonna clear my throat. Pause the video for that. Cursor stops fighting me. Alright, I can talk better again. Yeah, the cult of self-erasure. Not a real thing, by the way. That's just wording. It will always find a way. It'll find an aesthetic that appeals to you, whether it be a buttoned-up religion, something that seems working class, metal music, so on, or just losing yourself to a job. The endless aesthetics used to get people into, well, that implies intent to get people into this kind of belief, but there's endless aesthetics in which people get into moral systems or hobbies, maybe, that promote burying and destroying the self. Yeah. Getting too lost into a job or solving some major problem as well. Ambition is kind of another way this can happen.
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
Nah.
You punched a 12-year-old boy in the face. I think I'm still pretty much in the clear here. Pick a better time, officer. After we've dealt with these wannabe cop killers.
He did not appreciate you undermining his authority in front of the two punks. The young men stare at the two of you in confusion.
Empathy. See, there's a great point right there. You can't be empathetic to everyone simultaneously. Empathy is a tool. You need discernment to know when and where to apply it. Like anything beneficial, being nice, being empathetic, all that. I mean, if you can't determine when it's appropriate to use it, you probably throwing it everywhere, and that means the people benefiting most are those who are most willing to take advantage. You're actually, in a way, making the world a worse place by trying to be good all the time. So, I think that's why we have a certain natural disgust toward overly nice people. And the nice people on some level are doing it because they're trying to erase the self and not prioritize themselves. So this all ties in. Because you really need an image of the self, who you are, who you care about, what you care about, in order to properly determine when you're going to bring certain emotions and methods in. That's why you see people who are always nice or always aggressive. It's like they don't have the self to filter or they don't have a strong image of their self to filter their behavior through. If they did, you'd see different emotions in different situations. I mean, my personal belief is that we really need to work on developing's not the right word, because the self is developed from birth, but we need to work on accepting ourselves. That doesn't quite make the point. Acting as ourselves, perhaps. Yeah. Something like that. I think I'm biting off a little more than I can chew with the philosophy today. Don't have it in me to go too deep down any of the rabbit holes. It's alright, though. I'm not here to answer everything, just here to provoke thoughts. Questions that are probably best answered elsewhere.
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are. We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
You don't feel very scared.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say. But we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls branding anyway. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement, or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
Mm-hmm.
Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Yeah, now they try too hard to be deep. That's what I'm doing if I'm not backing up many of these points I'm making by trying to say something that I've come up with myself rather than just parroting. I think I got a good ratio of actual smart versus sounding smart. I don't know. It's not really for me to determine, is it? Other than to say I'm confident about it, but yeah.
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Yeah.
Like murder or wasting your life away.
Yeah. That goes right back to my original point with the suffering. Rationalizing suffering is a lot easier than combating the source of it. Because that's usually gonna be someone else. And other people scary. Better to just get lost in your head. That seriously is how the brain works, you know? It's looking for the lowest risk, the lowest energy ways to just keep surviving. Yeah. And usually tolerating an utter hell that hasn't killed you is what the brain wants you to do. Yeah.
What about them?
Which one's funnier?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though, you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Yes? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan. What are you implying? For what? The concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate for an RCM officer, unless he's deep undercover. Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements. Fine. Fuck the world just seemed to fit you more, considering your heroic exit attempts.
You always get to be the crazy one, right? Fine then.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Huh. How did we not ruin that? I don't think we demonstrated authority at all. But I want that.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that. Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up! Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
I don't know. It's not very empathetic.
Oh yeah. I'll forget about it, alright? And you will too. Until the day the void comes for you.
Gotta play the character.
Let's just go, fuck. This scene is dead anyway.
Fuck the fucking police!
Don't say anything. Just let them go.
Gotta play the character. That's the benefit of playing games like this multiple times. On the first playthrough, you can't resist getting all the things, choosing all the obviously right options. You come back later, you can experiment a bit more. With disappointment. Get off my screen. We're not here for you. At least we could have tried the encyclopedia. We're probably gonna go back to the church, try to get the other person to pop up. Why did I? Yeah. It's one of them episodes. Oh, we're in the church. I can make my religion point. Sorry, my brain's loading. Point being, your religion is part of a complete breakfast. And if anything, the faith and the spirituality is just an on-ramp into a community. A community, experiencing things with real people, doing ritual or practice in the real world. It's all just an exit ramp from being stuck in your head with beliefs. The exit ramp that brings you back to the real physical world and engagement with things. And honestly, there is probably a point where the original spirituality just basically just like introspection and meditating on faith can be discontinued once you have the real benefits of a community put together. Honestly, that's probably why historically you literally had the clergy or the priest or so on, or a shaman, and they were the only person that was really supposed to be spending time, in introspection and all that. If everybody did it, I think you end up with dysfunction. Even if a notable percentage of people did it, it's dysfunctional. Yeah. And I was thinking drugs also work the same way. That can be an on-ramp into a friend group or something, but if you don't quickly discontinue it, you're obviously gonna run into health complications. I mean, both religion and drugs can work as glue to hold a community together, but if the community needs belief as a glue, something ain't right there. You should be more. There should be a natural affinity, between people where it's intuitive to stick together and maintain relationships. And, there's a lot of things that's based on, physical proximity, genetic proximity, goal, ambition, proximity. Not hobbies or ideology, because that's again, that just goes back to the same thing that religion is. Religion or mutual drug use, I suppose, would. It's like just a glue to keep something false going. Yeah, my primary interest in talking about religion these days is, it's like as a social scientist would look at it, like how does this benefit societies, bonding of people together, the individual psyche. I'm less interested in looking at religion as like absolute truths. I want to see the value in it, as opposed to figuring out which religion is the right one. Like, just part of it is my health. Like the spiritual part of my brain's not functional, so I really can't engage with religion emotionally anymore. It's just, instead of trying to figure out the logic of who's correct, who's historically got the best record, it's like that's boring. I'd rather just talk about the functionality and how relationship dynamics, community dynamics relate to religion, and mental, physical health. All right, let's see if we can trigger.
The keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play.
Here.
The speaker comes.
Good morning. Votre accident good. Please repeat the password.
I'm pretty sure we don't have it, but
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Received. Votre accident. Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard.
I think I remembered what you're supposed to be doing here. Have you overheard the password?
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love. Too many times, essay.
Yeah.
You need it for something.
No need to overdo it. He won't mind sharing it with you.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
Now that would be a whole nother discussion on the function of religion, what your beliefs are in what comes after life relates to how you live in life.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it. I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Yeah. Yeah, basically what I was going to say is we could have a whole discussion on how a belief in an afterlife versus reincarnation versus non-existence would affect behavior, but we're not having that discussion right now. It hasn't really been prompted, and I don't think I can give it my best right now.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Say, for the sake of oversharing, I favor reincarnation as being the most likely possibility. About everything I've said about the consciousness, how there's not really... There's like a teeny bit of unignorable evidence and then a whole bunch of contrary evidence that makes the whole discussion very confusing. Like, we have sentience and consciousness, but there's no evidence of it having a capacity outside the capacity of our bodies and brains at any given moment. So it's like, if you're trying to reverse engineer how everything functions, the world, the universe, it's like, it's really difficult to figure out what makes the most likely, afterlife, reincarnation, so on. It's like, the question is life imprinting on the consciousness? And we don't have the means to answer that. The consciousness is not controlling our lives and our behaviors. As in, I don't believe in free will, so I don't know. Reverse engineering purpose is a bit of a fool's errand when we also don't have any evidence of humans and our existence being the top priority of existence. So maybe whatever happens to us might just be just a consequence of how things are. It's not the purpose, not the primary.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's plane.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Accident.
Means there's too many options to go through if we don't take the assumption that everything is about us, Too many possibilities to go through at that stage. Yeah, I hope I'm coherent today. I mean, some of these little discussions don't have points because I don't feel that I have the answers. So, kind of just a stream of consciousness here, bits and pieces of my thoughts on the matter. And, maybe someone will hear it and have something interesting to say, That's all I'm really hoping for.
Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Well, same, the religious practice isn't the right word, but beliefs I used to have, I feel like were the perfect combination of all the things that I've been saying are incorrect. I had some individualized personal thing that I just pulled beliefs from all different places that made sense to me, which the result is I had a religion that has no community or anyone to discuss anything with, no ability to bond anyone with. They just, individualized, collage of gobbledygook that's just useless. Other than I guess my purpose with it was that I could trigger emotional responses that motivated me to take action. That's the entire purpose of it was, though I never really engaged in any religious ritual or practice. I guess that never was intuitive to me. But that's kind of what I was building up toward, was something where I could engineer rituals that would basically be mood enhancers, literally using religion as a performance enhancement drug. It never went deep enough into it to do that. But the other reason that these were more chaos, Gnostic kind of beliefs, Gnosticism, but that isn't against the material world. It prioritizes it, trying to avoid escaping the cycle of reincarnation. It's very personalized stuff here. I'm not even sure there's any established group talking about something like that. But the problem was that I was glorifying the suffering of the material world as being like the great educator. Ascending would be bad because you'd never have challenges and suffering again to refine you. So basically I had a belief system that was isolating and glorified suffering. Yeah, pretty thoroughly put that down at this point. Years ago. I mean, that's the one thing, not to glorify that there's a lesson in suffering again, but that this medical issue, having brain damage being the significant factor, I've learned that there's nothing to be gained in suffering. It's like any potential lessons there may or may not have been are just lost to the cognitive difficulties. And once I saw suffering that clearly carried no benefit, it kind of just unprogrammed. And I had the entire belief system that one should always seek out suffering to maximize their education, basically. I don't know. I feel like I've just created a paradox where the important lesson I learned is that I can't learn a lesson from... I don't know. Is it really learning something just to be slapped in the face and basically told you're being dumb? There's not like a greater truth in there. It's just that I was making a mistake. I don't know. That's a paradox. I can't process it. I just tried to disassemble it, but the greatest lesson suffering will ever teach you is that there's no lesson in suffering. What? No, it's not a paradox, because the suffering deals permanent damage that is greater than any potential lessons learned that could have been learned elsewise. So okay, that's untangling the paradox. Just the value equation doesn't add up. There's no situation where the suffering is worth it. That doesn't mean life should be about chasing comfort. It just means education shouldn't be done through the most difficult and most torturous means. And that does connect to how the human neurological system works. We learn at our best when we're relaxed and content. And that was always intuitive to me growing up. I'd say that the best thing I ever did for my academic career was gaming and relaxing after school. So you get the homework done best, and you get to school the next day. You get the most out of it when you've chilled out. between the school days. And honestly, I was on a roll. Like, I'm sure I was doing better than people who were terrorizing themselves studying obsessively just by chilling myself out enough that I could absorb what the teacher was teaching as they were saying it, as opposed to being stressed in class and then having to panic, like go through the book trying to learn it all after class, you know? I mean, honestly, my life is kind of growing up with that lesson, which was intuitive, just intuition. And then I learned the wrong way of doing things, probably because I was coping with, various issues in high school. And then building a faith around doing things the wrong way. And I'm kind of unlearning and returning to the intuitive now. Which, I mean, yeah, like, obviously I'm in a very bad situation medically over here, and I'm gaming. So, I mean, this has been critical for keeping myself sane and chilled out enough that I can communicate my needs in a way that doesn't scare people off. Like communicating with doctors without just being buried under like anxiety and stress. Like, it's functional to relax. Like that is a huge lesson that everyone really needs to learn. It's been programmed out of us that, like, relaxing isn't selfish. Like, you have to do it in order to perform better, and it's putting yourself first and enjoyable. Like, it's not like you're giving up some of your potential by relaxing or anything. Like, it enhances your potential. And this is the greater discussion here, rather than the theoreticals and whatever of faith and all that. I mean, that's almost even just a distraction. Like, if to someone who doesn't understand the value and putting yourself first, relaxing. I want a better word than relaxing, but as we are talking about the nervous system, there literally is the stress response and the relaxation response and all that. So, yeah. That's the most immediate lesson. That the most productive way to learn something isn't to just sit there and try to learn it for a couple hours. It would be to play a game, hang out with someone, do something for maybe an hour or two, and then dig into that for an hour or two. You kind of go back and forth to keep frustration at bay.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Yeah. I mean, we could swing it back to the religious concept that if you engage in self-erasure, or any religion that tries to have you detach from the self, you are losing the capacity to chill out your nervous system. Because you have to know yourself and what you enjoy and so on to do that effectively. Unless you just try to brute force meditation over there, but you tell me how effective that is. You got to know the self in order to get yourself into I keep saying relaxed. I mean, it is a good word, but you got to know yourself in order to know how to get yourself into a relaxed mode where you can increase your potential and your capacity if you want to achieve, the best work. So I mean, even if you want to say that, your work in life is the top absolute priority, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to meet these ambitions, you got to never disappoint, people. It's like, okay, I'm all right with that. But you got to accept that brute forcing through work is not going to get you the best outcome and the most effectiveness. It's inefficient, and you'll fall behind someone who takes time for themselves. all else being equal. But I don't know. Public schools should teach how the brain and the nervous system function so people really do know how to engage with themselves better. Basically, it's what I was trying to do with that whole religious ritual thing, too. Was probably literally just chill out the nervous system. You don't need to build a whole religion about it. You just need to, connect with people. Connect with people and connect with things, activities you care about. And in my case, I didn't care about religion as much as I wanted to. And that's a whole nother discussion, is trying to force yourself to have an affinity for topics that your genetics don't code you for. Like all that, theology, whatever, study, I guess, it's not for me. It's for someone else. Different personality. But I got into it because the music I enjoyed was into it. I was listening to some satanic black metal and the standardized. It's an aesthetic. There's not really a Satanism there. It's mostly just atheists. But, yeah, I'm getting too deep in the tangents. I'm not really making sense anymore. But I guess the point is, I liked the metal music because it has a lot of energy to it. And then I investigated the stuff that the music related to aesthetically and tried to make something that wasn't there and do a thing. And completely lost why I was actually enjoying the music in the first place, which was just the energy to it. So, yeah, stupid mistakes of being teen, young 20s. But feeling a need to justify why I like the music, being some deeper thing. But
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guylaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
My points have stopped making sense a couple minutes ago. I'm well aware of it. I have enough self-awareness left. I have the self-awareness, but I lack the trigger to stop talking. I enjoy talking way too much.
Anything else I can help you with?
You got a bottle of vodka over there? Maybe some gin?
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
I do want to further explore at some point why I actually have started liking the sound of my own voice. Because that is supposed to be universal, that nobody actually likes hearing themselves talk. But I don't know. I have. I don't know if that's a confidence thing. It doesn't feel like it. Just in some way to engage with feeling social, even when I'm not really. I don't know. It also could just be because I've lost my voice for some very long periods of time in my life. A couple of times I've lost my voice for over a year now, so maybe I just like hearing my voice because it's a reminder about the existence of healing. Yeah. That would be the most logical answer to the question. I just don't know that it's the correct one.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Alright, let's get this show on the road here.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
Playing a detective game and all I'm doing is analyzing myself.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Did you smash out the window?
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids.
Yep. That's another thought. Like, I have all these... all the thoughts that have been just spouting for this whole series and so on, but I've never felt the need to bury them. Like, so I know a lot of people who have, let's say, intellectualizing thoughts instead of intellectual, so we're not being overly flattering to ourselves, but it seems most people who have those kind of thoughts become distressed from them and feel the need to drown them in drugs and alcohol, but I don't know. I don't know why I don't actually cause myself suffering with it. But even when I'm on, making mistakes, getting things wrong, the consequence of that isn't suffering for me. It's more just wasting time. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I can acknowledge when I'm wasting time and how much of my time's been wasted in life. I don't know, though. I don't have an answer for that either, or really a reason to seek the answer. So, yeah. Why am I not suffering? Why have I valued suffering when I don't even really suffer all that much? I mean, it's another paradox, but I'm naturally a detached kind of person. And I'd say all my discomfort comes from being too detached and not like seeing that in myself. Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22. I guess that might be the final point of that topic, because I do see some value in suffering, in that pain has value. It makes you pull away, change your behavior, fix the cause, but in trying to assign value to suffering, I've kind of fallen in with what everyone else is doing, which is trying to find some greater truth in it, or an education opportunity, some that it's the life's greatest teacher. You'll be above people who've had an easy life. I think that is actually the answer here. I just value the raw pain of suffering that's forcing you to confront the cause of it. But when trying to integrate that, I just end up absorbing all this other stuff that's completely unrelated, how other people are engaging with it. And then I just end up in a confused state, I guess. See, I'm an extrovert, so I don't really absorb context. I don't really absorb what's the word, beliefs, unless I can externalize it, bounce it off other people, hear other people say it, or see it. Which again comes back to why I play RPGs like this. It's me externalizing generally a belief or something I'm investigating like that into a character, and then experiencing a story of, a virtual somebody else living through that belief, or putting it to practice and observing outcomes. Yeah. I have an awful lot of internalizing for somebody who doesn't actually engage with things when they're internal. Which is probably why I have a lot of these just questions that aren't really a full thing. I don't know. Yeah, whatever, stomach noises. I think that is the point, though. I mean, yeah, that I'm overly detached and looking for ways to reattach, and then I just fall into whatever I stumble across, even when it's not what I actually want. I don't know, I need to find a way to find people who are saying the things that I'm thinking, I guess. I doubt I'm saying anything that unique.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Actually, there is someone on YouTube who has been putting words to a lot of the things I'm thinking that I just found. Because I mean, I've been watching a lot of psychology type channels, and there's a lot of them that I feel are completely off the mark. But I want to make a recommendation. That's what I'm wanting to do for someone who is completely on the mark, and that is Marina Karlova. Just search like Marina space Karlova. That's been a very valuable channel, and the videos aren't that long. Yeah, most of these psych channels are doing full-on lectures, and these videos are a couple minutes. Yeah, most of them, not all of them, are under 10, 12 minutes. So, you got time for it. You can watch it on double speed, too. Still legible.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Eska series, something advanced. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, stealing badges, occupying public spaces with installations, like the one here.
What?
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Yeah, that's a line that hasn't quite aged that well. Programmers can find work anywhere.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
I mean, I hope I'm providing some value with the very involved commentary, but if I'm not providing it to you, I am providing value to myself. You know, like I said, I got to externalize things, and this is a good vessel. You know, I've mentioned it in some other series, but even if nobody watches these series, just the fact that somebody might makes it social. And the way my brain works, you know, being extroverted and so on, is if I can sell myself to some social, it's like it gets upgraded to a higher priority where it gets more effort, more thought, and it's better remembered. So being able to just talk about things that I'd be just thinking about in the context that somebody else might listen to it, it provides a pretty significant amount of value to me. Yeah. Haven't tried literally talking to myself, but I'm not really inclined to. So we keep doing this. And honestly, I don't really care if it's providing value to anyone else. That's not why I'm doing it. Yeah. It's funny because on some level, I try to be someone who's providing value to other people, but I think it literally is just that like the engagement with other people benefits myself greatly. Yeah. I'm not going to go on some tangent about what is and isn't selfish versus selfless, but I think I'm pretty selfishly motivated, but I'm selfishly motivated to do things that help other people because it ends up helping me. So, I mean, the tangent would be if motive really matters. And I don't know. I don't got any advanced thought on that right now, so. That's that.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
I guess that's that. Is that the consequence of that is that this channel exists for my personal benefit. I'm not trying to entertain. It's not really why I'm here. Which goes right back to the beginning of this discussion that maybe I should be changing my channel branding. Because in practice, I'm doing this channel for my own benefit. I'm not really doing it to help people, I guess, or to comfort people. That's just the vessel. It's not the actual purpose. It's a little bit of lying, mostly to myself, going on here. But I don't know. I'm not good with naming things, so I don't know what I'd rename the channel to, but I want to get a bunch of the disease stuff out of there. That's mostly what it is. It's like just enough to educate, not enough to make it the brand of the channel. It's not correctly balanced. You know, my presentation versus the reality. I mean, these videos are not good for somebody with this disorder. You know, you need to avoid cognitive exertion when you're not capable. So me giving these whole philosophical discussions would be harmful to somebody who's needing to step back and tune the brain off to give their body a chance to rest. Yeah. I'm a little uncomfortable with my inconsistency in purpose. That's what I'm saying. So I need to think on rebranding myself. Yeah, we can move on now.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now. trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Neo-disco. You mean new disco?
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Now this person is certainly not an extrovert.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
I don't know if any of them are. Oh, damn. Yeah, if all this is about self-erasure as a drug, the disco men here are literally introverts trying to erase themselves into, extroverts and are just getting lost in social experience. We're not going to say repetitive music. That's not quite the heart of the discussion here. I mean, this part of the game might just be about the whole game is about, the different ways you can self-erase. Rather than, I want to say confronting the self. How about comforting the self? I feel like that's a better wording. The lengths people go to avoid comforting the self directly. To comfort the self, you must engage, not disengage.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
I wonder if this would pop up if I hadn't gone back to the other computer. Thinking that was the trigger.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
Psst. Someone's coming.
There we go. Finally there. We've all been waiting for it.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
If you could hear her footsteps as she walked across the room, you have good headphones. If you could not hear her footsteps as she walked across the room, time to open your wallet and spend some money.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
You won't find any answers from here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
Ooh, me?
We should talk to her.
Yeah. I seem to have cut off the lieutenant. Sorry. Well, I've been recording for an hour and a half and barely played the game. Isn't that nice?
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I'm working. Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Yeah, right. She literally made a log about glad no one's coming in and talking at me while I'm working on things.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
No, empathy means not asking all the questions. Don't. You gotta ask about the bowls of water.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't even answer the question.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Yeah.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in them either. Great. What are we talking about? And why?
Still fighting this mouse cursor over here.
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What? I hate it. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
There's definitely room for a whole discussion on how introverts and extroverts engage with music. Yeah. Can I simplify that into one point? That's a challenge for me. I mean, it is a topic I pay a lot of attention to and have thought about and everything, but I feel like it may not be as interesting to anyone else. It's just that the introverts engage with music through, well, I mean, in many ways, but for now we're just going to say through connecting to the emotions and then thinking and processing on the emotions. Which, despite everything I've gone on about today, is not how I engage with music as an extrovert. Extroversion is more in the realm of absorbing the energy of the music, literally like physically feeling it, a tactical experience, and just motivation. Yeah. It's not about getting deep or immersing yourself in it. Yeah. There you go. There's a topic I could talk about for hours, simplified down to 30 seconds. You're welcome.
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. You know, engaging with music as an introvert or extrovert is a great way to fight off self-erasure and detachment drives if you know who you actually are. Of course, trying to engage with some as other people would is not great for developing the self. Empathy, yes. Self, no. And definitely be curious if there's any genres of music you avoid or dislike, if perhaps you're trying to avoid something that would force you to engage in a way that makes you comfort the self. And yeah, I'm going to keep using that phrase. Good challenge. Try out different ways of relating to music.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh.
Goodbye, officer.
I wonder if we have to complete that.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help? A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me? So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Yeah, see? He's saying it. This guy's an expert.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
What? Well, now I'm feeling like that's directed at me, because I just related to him.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
Yeah.
You shouldn't talk like that.
Cool. The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily function so they can control us more fully.
Yeah. I don't know. That's thought-provoking. I've never analyzed how swearing or not swearing relates to self-erasure and detachment. I mean, I'm not going to analyze it now, but that's an interesting thing to think about, perhaps.
Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
I'm also probably not going to analyze it later. It doesn't quite seem that significant to me. And I don't really analyze things like perhaps might be leading people to believe. I need to be provoked into an analysis. So, I mean, if it didn't provoke me right when he said it, it's probably not going to get provoked later. So.
Good. What did you want to know? Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race. We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
Yeah, that's losing me.
The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. Or glad to be dead. But those versions suck. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Yeah, what for?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I don't know that we get to progress if we fail.
Goodbye, officer.
Let's put a little bit of effort into this one. Just have to remember what we're removing. Ooh. It's actually quite a good point upgrade. +4.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Right. It's an impossible check.
Okay, so the Speed Freaks want to start a club for dance music. That much checks out. Youths like music. You feel as though you might have liked music more when you were young, too. But you digress. The gist of it is, they want to turn the church into a club, but a suspicious element has overtaken the building. It's very important to understand what the gist of things is. Always consult the gist before making up your mind. This is going well. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out. It still feels as if this didn't quite go as it should have. But
Goodbye, officer.
Yeah, man, I can't just do that.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh, maybe I just need to check this.
Yes? What's the deal?
Yep. I blame the UI. Bad design. Should have re-highlighted it when there was a new shit.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance! And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honour Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
But we just discussed that. Now I guess he's asking about specifics.
Wonderful! If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Got a little bit of back and forth going on here. I don't want to wear that hat. I want another hat. We're missing something incredibly important, by the way. Just a second. Hello here, sirs.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
What if I wanted some higher quality?
Bottoms up, Captain.
Tequila sunset.
It's not waste time with that right now. I know, I'm just remembering too, we have to speak to Kim for the political quest. But let's stay focused at the moment. I've had enough unfocused for the day, I think. That's... well, I mean... computers and the interfacing skill, so. It might be useful. And that's provoked the glitch. I don't know if we need that. Go without that for now.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work.
What?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. Good.
Alright, we good.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Glad we haven't sold it.
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
I wish I'd sold it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
Haven't we already done that too?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks. This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
What?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in. Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
It's a temple of elemental evil.
No. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rain Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Seminine magic. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer. The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament. Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund. This glorious multi-tool makes a regular pry bar completely obsolete.
I love obsolescence. Just a thought. The fact that we live and die, you know, is kind of related to obsolescence. In that, well, yeah, new generations, new people have new brains, but it's not that the brains are upgraded and better, it's that they lack deterioration and trauma. And that'd be a much better discussion for Nobody Wants to Die, but cause that's like the main point that game was making. In order to have humanity, you need that reset of new people who don't have acquired traumas and just neurological damage. Yeah.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Immortality bad. Yeah. Don't fail this. It's so dangerous that we could fail it. The fact that it's like we could get it done without the substance abuse, but it's not guaranteed to get done. It's like just about. It's a point about rationalizing bad decisions. It's a performance enhancer. It doesn't matter that I can do the performance without it. It has to be perfected.
This is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
This is only a +1, right? Yeah, so we would have still got it done without it.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
All the things done to fuel perfectionism that probably reduce performance in reality.
Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
Yeah, we're not making good timing on this game anymore, but it's fine.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
What do you mean, unused?
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Well, I mean, at least one of these is doing something. Are we here to be a snoop? I don't know. I might just damage it. Why didn't that one need to be cold? Well, we got a moment to talk to Kim. Please? Of course, had to be standing in the one spot that's going to be glitchy.
Yes? To be completely honest, Detective, I've been meaning to raise that very subject with you. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice.
Yeah, we're not on the same page.
And I hope we don't even need to discuss the street drugs you've been abusing.
The lieutenant's quizzical expression gradually deepens into a frown.
So, what are we talking about then? Why are you pronouncing it like you are a coalition bureaucrat? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? But isn't that your job? Ah, now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee.
Oh no.
If you are serious about this, you might keep your eyes out for any coalition officials we might happen to run across.
Have I already encountered that character?
Now, was there anything else?
I'm not sure that we have. We further from the end of this game than I thought. Or have we already done that quest? No, we haven't. I can tell because I know there's some clothing items in the room relevant to it that are very standout. These jeans look like, by the way. Yeah. No. We got a good aesthetic going on here. Our red and subtle yellows. How have we not done that quest yet? I just didn't take the items. Curious.
Yes, what is it?
Well, I know where to go, so I can check once we've wrapped up this quest.
Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Wait, no. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing. I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Huh?
You okay?
This is embarrassing.
I am being careful. Treat it as a mere technical anomaly. Makes it easier to bear. Here. I found it. Hold on. Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. Thank you.
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought.
We already done that.
There. In the swallow.
You already know that.
Think you can help me again? I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double check my calculations. Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
I'm glad Kim's writing this down.
Thanks.
Hey, wait a minute. How do you know which one's the third and the fifth and all that? Oh. Is this the fifth? This is the most,
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls.
It's the most
Water inside the bowls
asymmetric.
stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Fourth bowl from the left. That still doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, yeah, it does. It just takes me a bit to get there.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Yeah, I'm all stream of consciousness over here. It's like I obviously don't mind the embarrassment of being slow, but whatever. I think it's better to acknowledge. We back. And I'm just wondering, what's with this bird flying around in here? You see that? Of course, there it is. And then I was like, oh, it's a swallow. I get it. A little meme joke from the devs. And then I'm like, oh, but no, it's the that the cold do mama diqua. Yeah, this one. I hope you don't get like extra doing this quest after you absorb this thought. Or are we just doing things in the wrong order over here? How many? Alright, we got one skill point we haven't redeemed. I had just done that for the mirror, but I don't think beating the expression is really a priority for us. Doesn't matter. I think we need to save the skill point, because there are hard locks in this game, or if you don't beat a skill point, you can't progress. I don't think that ever got changed. As the game was getting patched over the years, so being able to try again is very important.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place, after all.
Yeah, shut up. Look at the bird.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
Could it? I can tell you right now, it's not a Hitler speech, because then this game would have been banned off Steam. So we can rule that one out. It's also probably not going to be anything COVID related, because this game came out before that. So I mean, that's a blessing. It's also not going to be one of my Let's Plays, because I didn't start recording until the last year or two. Damn, has it been that long? Oh no. Move on.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
It's the Lolo Kakadu Doo Doo Kwa.
Maybe I'm just tired.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we could be talking about this silence being something related to self-erasure or whatever as well, but I'm drawing a bit of a blank. Nothing is coming to mind. Nothing but cringe. Yeah. It is most curious, though. I mean, there's definitely something here about confronting. Was it confronting nothingness, or is it about confronting what we've blanked out or repressed? I don't know.
No, we have to do it.
Amy, you're the one wearing the headphones. This ain't no collective we.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing.
You forgot to turn the volume up.
Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. She doesn't answer, her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone.
Damn it. Yeah, nothing happened, let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No, my hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
Oh. We coming back. My suspicions are now credible. You gotta let that thought churn. No, I know what I'm doing. I'm not bereft of direction. Derelict of direction, even. Dereliction. I'm gonna hope we can talk to the moralist guy, but I'm not sure we've properly engaged with this quest. Hey, you awake? No.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing.
Good morning. And good night. I don't know if we've already done this quest.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
No, we haven't.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Yeah, how did I completely miss this?
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. So, tonight at 9 p.m.?
Well, I'm metagaming coming here, but whatever.
Tonight at 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Well, that's not what's going to keep us delayed. That's awkward. Oh, we already did that too. Huh. I haven't finished this. I'm glad we kept that skill point handy. Might have to work the main case to delay. No. No. Actually being productive, no. Might need to be careful about not burning through our whatever hydrant.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design that... So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locust. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
You can? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
Really? It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but,
Wow. Co-discovery? You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
I certainly got a way to waste time. I'm gonna do a run through the back rooms real quick. Because we have extra perception right now.
You see a heavy steel door with the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years.
We really didn't come through this door on the way out? Okay. Didn't we already do all this?
The machine is dead and silent.
Weird, so I just went back up the elevator and out the other way.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
We are getting some value from this.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on. No.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Not to us, they're not. Alright. Guess there's nothing else there.
Hello, officer? Sure. The record. So official. Not my favorite topic. How about we, change...
Nah, nothing new there. Puzzle of what should I be doing? What's the best way to delay at this given moment?
It's you again. What is it?
What skill do we... Oh, it's locked. That's a necessary check. I mean, it was the one furthest away. I mean, all this is literally just one quest. Oh, the witness. It's the other thing we're delayed for. Frustrating. We've done things a bit out of order here. I don't know if investing the skill point now is really the right thing to do. I'm not sure any of these boost rhetoric. No. It feels like such a wasted level. Might do a reload. I know I've been doing a no reload series, but whatever. I don't really care.
It's you again. What is it?
Said this game will hard lock you. Didn't know that was gonna just be 3%. Alright, we can't do that right now anyway, so I'm not calling it a reload because I didn't attempt to check. I mean, we can literally just sit on the bench. Why did that autosave? Need to kill 3.5 hours.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on
What?
benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
I swear that was a way to pass time. I don't know, maybe I already got what I need for that quest with the...
Hello again, esteemed officer. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't...
The woman before you...
I'll get into the dice makers. It could be irritating. I don't like this flashlight thing. It's making me swap things around.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I'm okay putting a point into this. We haven't engaged with that one much. It's a good skill.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Probably nothing else.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
The odds are okay.
Aside from getting naked, you're not sure what else to do. The building holds no more answers for you.
The nice little haiku. No. I think we gotta just move forward with the Raver quest. That bird tells me there's something. And I'm probably gonna miss it. Why did you put that one there? So annoying. Of course. That glitch. What else could I possibly due to delay. Yeah, no, the fact that I'm not doing this is throwing me off too. I know it's a problem of my own making. That's just... Oh. That's not useful.
What is it?
Maybe if I ask some questions, then that'll get a better chance.
No. Yes. No, you're right. I'm not. The swallow, you mean? What about it? Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
Asking questions is not helping, so we're gonna just lose that.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the...
Great. Thanks.
Oh, only 8%. Surely I got something for perception. Yes? No. We don't.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man. But there's something else. There has to be something big, something unexpected, something new, yet to be discovered. Ghosts, speak to me. When was the last time this world had anything new to say?
Oof.
Well, did you hear anything? Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything there.
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here. Maybe the speed freaks can help you with this. Go talk with Andre.
Boop. The door isn't shut yet. That door is ajar. Full-on mason jar. What? I mean, she seems more useful for this.
Hello again.
No. Literally the microphone expert.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? What kind of a hitch?
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what? We got speakers with massive low end. There's a good chance it can do it.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast her shoes off, believe me. Goodbye, officer.
We're close. True, hard, full car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Yeah. Gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style. We're close. True, hard, full, car.
That seemed like we were almost there.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car! All right! Yeah! Gotta get the people going.
Yeah, request. I want everybody as close to the stage as possible.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. You gotta get the people going. I'm the party boy. It's my job. 2 on a track. Watch your back. Watch out for the heart attack. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car.
It's a maze.
Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car. All right. Gotta get the people going.
No, that was wrong.
I'm the party boy. It's hardcore party 25/7. We're close. True. Hard. Full. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be. Yakokata is a hardcore place. We're close.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's all about generating that energy. You know, energy is lost when you intellectualize, have discussions that aren't just slogans and affirmations. Yeah.
Hardcore to the mega.
I don't really believe that.
In all car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime, invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Is it though?
Hmm.
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Under the radar, over the top. We're close. True. Hard. Hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All car.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah!
Is it though?
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life. We're close.
You gotta say stuff that can't be turned into a slogan.
True. Hard. Full. Car.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Alright. Which means saying nothing.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah!
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question?
We're close. True. Hardcore. Hardcore to internally. All car.
He furrows his...
Hardcore.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Lungs are for love. Love! In a woman's lungs.
Lonely as I am, I'm not afraid. This strange, damaged feeling grows on and on, because I've never loved someone like you before.
A dopamine surge accompanies the words. It feels like electricity flowing down your scalp, dissipating into your neck. Feels good, like a spark of life in that moribund sponge you call your body.
No nation, but transnation. No war, but class war.
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as fault reading.
Yeah! Revolution imperative!
Unless you were thinking Revolution imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Eggs yelling. I know what you mean.
Hardcore superstar!
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the message. He just cares about the energy behind and surrounding it. Slowly a discussion about how extroverts and introverts engage with music again. Content or energy and momentum, so on. Yeah.
Yeah! With the rebel yell! Oh sure, I can do that. If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
Please don't turn him into a moralist. I don't even know what to say to that.
The balance.
Yeah! Dark hardcore! Jermaine Egghead! Basically, yes it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore. Fuck yeah, I knew it.
He seems sure, but you are left with the nagging doubt you might have overestimated the hardcoreness of that jam.
There's nothing wrong. Sometimes isn't something hot. It's like it's all.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core? I know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be? What? Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah! He's doing it! So does mine.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
We got the wrong items. Maybe this one will work?
No! This is the answer! What? Oh yeah! I know!
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Yeah!
It wasn't referring to lack of drug, was it?
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal.
It is directly relevant to me. I've been listening to systems without any real bass for a very long time. Yeah. Trying to engage with extroverted music and get the energy out of just the treble. It's a core mistake that I've been making for at least 15 years probably. Well, not even, maybe about 15 years. Listening to metal music over here with low bass headphones systems. Hell, that could be the whole reason I went down that religion tangent with my metal music, is because I didn't have the audio system to just engage with the music as it was. So I had to look for some kind of deeper value. Beware not having enough bass. You might end up joining a cult. It'll turn you into a Satanist if you don't have enough bass in your headphones. There's a lot of funniness we can make out of that. Yeah.
What? Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
That's alright. You can enjoy art without creating art. And enhance it so that more people enjoy it. Yeah.
He feels ashamed he can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation. He even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Yeah, maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Does it? Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the whirling in rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the...
I knew that! I could have said that!
And the mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now.
Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Copman. Copman! Tape! Yeah! Spins the tape until the space escape! Yeah! Alright! No! This is gonna make people scared! Keep it positive! Keep the love in the house! Yeah! Alright! Here comes the night!
We still on that delay quest. I think it's closer to run there from here, but I don't know. Hopefully they weren't literally saying you can't do that with the traffic jam here.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Tips? You mean like music tips? No, music is out. Don't listen to music. I sell extremely cool sunglasses if you want to get your mojo going. Tips? Tips are everywhere. They're worthless. Kids throw them in the trees. There's one in the bushes, right behind this lorry. No one would ever throw a good pair of high-quality plastic sunglasses in the bushes, mister.
To the west, dark brown ribbons of tape hang from the tree, flowing in the wind.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
I'll take this.
Sporty and practical, officer. Good choice.
Gotta have our perception upgraded. Hey, where are the frog eyes on that? What? But it's just a crime going hatless.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages. Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102, underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. You tree-hugging pansy.
What do you mean there's a new interactable? Are you lying, game? Does holding the multi-tool help?
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane.
No.
A wintry breeze blows by.
It glitched again.
The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. A wintry with slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling. You manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches.
We would have just passed it without the drug again. That's interesting that that keeps happening.
It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's the tape for? This is part of your church thing, isn't it? Of course it is. It's too broken to play, you understand, right? It's not like Egghead and his friends know how to fix it. You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
We should waste our time. Wasting our time is the goal. Yeah, it was just kind of sinking in how long it'll be for anyone to watch this episode. So there aren't that many people who've even started the series, and how many people are gonna sit through the whole thing. I mean, it's an older game at this point anyway. People have probably watched what they are gonna watch. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I mean, part of it all is just that was never really the priority with this channel, so it was just interesting that I was a little perturbed with that thought.
The Coldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Well, I'm glad we wandered our way in here.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my Coldima Madakwa hunting days. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, lost touch with them after all of that.
Man, we already 3 hours in. I feel like I'm putting all this time in. You feel like I'd be cruising to the end of the game, but nah. We blabbing. I'd be curious if anyone does eventually watch this series. I got one good friend who I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. That might be a year. And yeah, if anyone else watches this far, let me know. If you 3 hours in to the 13th episode, there's a commitment to that. So I'll put a little heart on your comment if you say you watch this. Yeah. The watching is its own reward. What do you want from me? 2 hearts?
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
That's the kind of person I need to be, just with useful things, not strange things.
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa. Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Huh.
Do we really have time for this?
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning.
Wonder where this is going.
Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
All this voice dialogue and everything just because we asked one question. or because we started integrating the thought. A lot of content in this game. That's what I love. A lot of content just out of random tangents. And hey, I'm Mr. Random Tangent myself, so yeah.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest, breathing is becoming difficult.
What?
There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you.
I want to hear it.
He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
Gulls and skewers. But
a low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
You can tell that the devs of this game have a love for field recordings and that type of sound exploration, which is one of the most introverted types of music. Yeah. Though, of course, extroverted music, repackages isn't the right word. I guess remixes, found sounds into stuff that triggers emotions and energy by altering the pitch and all different things so that it's not recognizable as what it originally was. It's been repurposed for specific cause rather than exploring things as they are. Maybe there's some greater point about exploring and understanding things in their found context versus repurposing them into something humans can use to use in general in any way. There's a greater point in there. Let someone else think on that one.
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Huh? What do you mean? Yes, what about it? Is it any good? The music, I mean. Man, you're really invested in this. Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
Yeah, waste my time.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs.
Didn't waste enough time.
Yeah, my pleasure. I do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility, okay?
La responsibility?
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Oh yeah, we have the tape player as well, so I mean... Yeah, we literally just listened to this. I don't know how it works. Don't. Equip this to play tapes. I guess it's not considered an interactable tape. What a shame. And we triggered the glitch. No, not the crowbar. It's the mouse. Guess the mouse didn't make me cut the episode short, but... Oh, no fast travel. Go. This wasn't the final one, right? Don't talk to Kim. Talk to the trap.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there.
Damn it. Why did I have to be the last one? Oh, great. Now we're going to start perceiving things all over the place. Just because we put on the funny frog hat. I'm perceiving... Oh. I'm double perceiving because I perceived. Not perceiving. No. You know what? I'm going to cut the episode into multiple parts. Goodbye. Good riddance.